What is up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to another video, the first Pokemon Go PvP video for me for 2023. And we're gonna rock and roll with Alolan Golem. I feel like I've used that phrase several times in thumbnails, so I wanted to say rock and roll again, but I think I'm gonna change it up just because I don't want to overuse the rock and roll. Maybe like next time we have our Regirock meta, maybe then I'll go rock and roll. The thing is, it works so well with Golem though, because Golem actually does roll. So we'll see from the time that I'm filming this to making the thumbnail if I actually go with rock and roll. I was thinking more like let's rock. Let's rock 2023. Let's rock in 2023. That will probably work. Okay. Anyway, the team is the dream team. This isn't the dream scenario though, because our freaking opponent just rock throw down, disrespected our Charizard. Very rude. And our team of Alolan Golem, Charizard, and Giratina is what we're running. Two pretty meta picks in the back, and Alolan Golem, a little bit of a niche pick in the Ultra Holiday Cup. It has kind of a dual role, right? Like you see the occasional Ampharos in this meta, a Volt Switch user. You see certain rock types as well, like Aurorus that can hit hard with that Meteor Beam. Alolan Golem is kind of the best of both worlds with those two. However, it does take it a little bit longer to reach its moves. You could run Rock Blast if you want, and in this first game, I decided to, this was the first game I tried with the team, I believe. I decided to let it go because I knew I couldn't bait and get Ancient Power before the Giratina, or no, the Charizard, excuse me, would get off to Dragon Claws and take me out, so I just let it go. You see us struggling a little bit here, 26.99, but we're going to try and pull things back. We're going to try and pull things back and see what we can do. Since these battles, I took a few days off GBL, and I have been able to climb to around 2870, I think, on stream today. So we're starting to get a little bit close to legend. Last season, we were able to be one of the first people in the world to hit it. This season, a lot of people have already hit it. So maybe I'm in like that kind of second wave. It seems like probably hundreds of people have hit it already. But there's no rush. Let me check my phone. How many days are left in the season? Normally, 57 days. 57 days, so I'm not too worried. I think we'll get there. Don't want to jinx myself, but Alolan Golem, boom, nope. Get shielded by A9. Do I get to another move? I do. Look at Golem just going berserk here. Reaches a wild charge. They respect it. They weren't sure if it was a Stone Edge. And now Charizard comes in here. And I'm thinking like, this A9 has a ton of energy, so I just got to make sure that I don't let him catch here, because that could be the end of me. I just got to make sure I, at some point, have a Blast Burn for this A9. So I decided to let this go. I feel like he has to catch here, so I'm going to be a little bit patient here. And there's the Mandibuzz, so I decided to overfarm, and this will allow me to do some nice chip damage against a matchup that's not very good for Giratina, but also give me energy for the end game. So I'm only one wing attack off. I don't know what that was. Only one wing attack off my next Blast Burn for the end game. And as long as I can just get rid of this Mandibuzz, I should be fine, because Charizard can live a Powder Snow. So we just want to save a shield for Charizard. We're going to overfarm a little bit, just to maybe have some energy till I get to an Ancient Power against A9. And A9 top left, knowing that it's over. There's no way they could have farmed down and gotten to 2 Weather Balls, because even if they did, like, I would just do one wing attack and then win CMP. G to the G, Golem went off that game, Stone Edging the Aurorus, and then getting both shields from A9. Magneton. We were calling him Magneton Brady today on stream. That just kind of came to me. I was like, sorry, Ton Brady. You're going down. This thing is annoying, though. And I was, like, not sure exactly how to play this. Like, I can't really switch out because I want to make sure my Charizard avoids it, but I guess I do end up switching out. And I catch on Gira, but like, maybe I should have caught on Charizard. Yeah, I actually should have caught on Charizard. That would have been kind of nasty. But now this is awkward, man. This is awkward because A9's going to fully charm down. And now it's like, what the heck do I come in with? Because I kind of have to come in with Zard. I'm letting this go. What the heck? What am I doing? I got to shield something eventually. So I'm over farming quite a bit. Throwing the Blast Burn. Let's see if A9 decides to shield or not. They do. I kind of have to shield at this point. My Golem's pretty low. We do know that the Magneton is also quite low. So that's at least something that's going for us. I decide to throw the Blast Burn here. The problem is both of my Pokemon are so low. And he still has a fully healthy Pokemon in the back. I switch right away. And it's a Goon. And I just don't see this going our way. We go for a Stone Edge. Probably should have Wild Charge to give him like slightly less farm. I think it would have been the same actually. And then we just top left because I don't think I was winning that. Charizard was so low, it was pretty much a Night Slash range, and the Goon got several counters head start, so I think he had us there, unfortunately. But kind of just test driving this team. And here we go. The most common leads I had been seeing were like Aurorus, A9, Charizard, and then the odd Giratina. So other than Giratina, and look at this. Oh my god. This was how the day was going. I remember this now. I swap into my dang Charizard against the Smackdown Chestnut. Imagine if I had gone Giratina. This would have been so much better. But now this is just brutal. And I just top left at this point because because I was just frustrated. So you have these types of days too, right? I usually show you guys like the teams that work for me, the teams that are doing well. But sometimes you have these days where nothing's going your way, you're making misplays, you're struggling, and you get frustrated. So I just kind of top lefted there out of frustration. And sometimes you guys ask like, Raj, like, actually no, it's actually very rare. It's like once in a while someone will be like, Rise, like why don't you ever show the losses? Like I do. I just typically will show you videos of like teams that perform well for me. So here's a video of me getting my butt kicked several times. We take the Rock Blast. We don't really have a good situation here because we know the Virizion is waiting for us. So you might be thinking like Giratina's the better response here. Maybe. However, the Virizion, knowing it's waiting for our Golem is just not going to have a ton of play. So I take the energy on Golem. I'm going to Wild Charge here. Bank a Wild Charge. Probably going to swap out of here immediately. It is the Virizion. What's in back? It's his own Giratina. Could this still be possible? Let's see. Could this still be possible? Because we are ahead energy. We land the Claw. I'm going to shield here because a Claw probably does as much as like a Stone Edge would do from Virizion. So I figure I might as well shield the Claw. And because he let the first one go, I can probably shield again and Dragon Breath down. So is there any way we could pull this off? I don't know. We get the Dragon Breath down. I go for a catch, and I lose CMP. So kind of worst case scenario there. So the only way maybe I could have won that would be to stay in, force a shield eventually, and then combo play. But I don't think there's any way Virizion has to use a shield against Gira. The other only win con would have been to win CMP there, force a shield, and then maybe Gira can win. But that was a kind of a hard counter game, right? Come on. Rise finally gets a good lead. Let's see if he can pull out a win. After we had already been punished by the Smackdown Chestnut, we still just go Charizard as soon as we see that typing. And We call a Sacred Sword? Did he build up to it? Stone Edge? I don't know. But he goes for 2 Sacred Swords. Claw. This is a little sketch because I think he lives this and gets off another Sacred Sword. So it is unfortunate, but I should live this. So I'm okay with that. I expect the Charizard to come back in, and I actually make a bit of a risky play here. I go for the bait. He's thinking I'm low. I'm probably just going to throw a Blast Burn. So I go for the bait and I actually grab a shield. And now I go for the Blast Burn. So this is really nice for me. Charizard going to get shield advantage and keep switch advantage. In comes Golem. And there's a Goon in the back. I decided to throw the Wild Charge just to soften it or get the shield. Because it's not the most comfortable matchup for Giratina, but it's a pretty neutral matchup for Giratina. And we are going to be in a pretty good spot here as we take the first one right, because you never know when they're going to boost. So we throw the Claw. Another one coming through. We're going to shield this one. It should be in a pretty good spot. I think I still live a Night Slash even after the boost. So I'm not sure I even bother shielding the next one. Yeah, I actually let this one go, thinking that I live it. And then I anticipate the Charizard swap. So rather than give Charizard any extra farm, I anticipate the swap and get a nice little win there. Pretty much hard countered, so we're able to squeak by with a win. And despite struggling so much that set, right, we still ended up coming away with a win, with a 2-3. Like, I think it's important when you have your tough sets, if things are not going your way, like just try and have the mindset like, okay, oh, this set's not going well. I'm going to try and steal a win or two and limit the damage to my elo. So we were able to sneak away with a 2-3 there. Now we're playing Yonkus, popular content creator. I'm debating whether he's going to go for Blast Burn or not. I decided to shield, and it was just a Claw. So a nice bait there from Yonkus. Dragon Claw wouldn't have been enough to KO me. So a bit of a misplay by me. I get a shield in return, and I'm like, huh. He let it go, so I can... he let that original Blast Burn go, was it? So I can actually shield and farm down here, and I'm able to take back switch advantage at the cost of committing a shield. In comes Talon. I throw with poor timing, unfortunately. But this is looking like we might have a chance now. Talon does get a 2 Incinerate head start. And now we've got Goon versus Gira. And he's up a shield. So this is not looking great for me. Night Slash, and he boosts. He boosts. And then he lags. And he tweeted about this, how that he had the game if not for the lag. And he might have, yeah. He might have. It's hard to tell. Because it really comes down to whether, like, my... Because Talon only had 2. So it comes down to whether, like, he could have done enough damage here. And not only... He probably takes out my Gira here. I land a Claw. He shields a Claw. He takes me out. And then hopes that he can do enough damage to Golem. Or Golem's like forced to throw. I don't think that was for sure that he won. He tweeted that he had the game until the lag. I don't know. I think I still had a chance. I don't know for sure, but I don't think it was like 100% that he had that. So this is really bad. Hard counter City. Let's see if we can pull off some shenanigans. We're going for Blast Burn here against Jelly. The Jellyfish. And we get a shield. And I'm like, okay, maybe I don't have to top left immediately. We take the Bubble Beam. Going for another Blast Burn. If you're wondering why I'm going for Blast Burn, a fire move against the resisted water typing, it's because Blast Burn is such a good move that it's still more efficient and does more damage than Dragon Claw, despite being resisted. And they keep going for Bubble Beams. I go for Claw here. Not sure about this decision. Like, I'm probably better off just going for Blast Burn. I think I was thinking, like, get off 2 Claws, but he ends up throwing on alignment anyway, so I probably would have been better off just going for Blast Burn. In comes Mr. Golem. Gonna go for the Volt Switch down. We are up a shield, so I'm hoping that could be enough to overcome the bit of a hole we're in. We're gonna be able to bank a Wild Charge here. Swap in Gira, and it's Auroras. And I'm like, oh, crap. This is not looking good. So I'm gonna shield here. Was thinking about baiting, but I decided, no, I'm just gonna go for it. Go for the Ancient Power. Ancient Power lands, and I'm like, huh. Is there any way I can still win this? I'm going to shield again. But Weather Ball is so spammy, as we know, that Auroras is going to reach another one here. I throw Claw, figuring he kind of has to shield this. And now I'm thinking, like, huh, is there any way I can live and I can chip the Virizion to get it into, like, Wild Charge range? Going for the farm down. We catch? Maybe that's something? Hello? Maybe? I get double, but I don't think I'm going to live this double kick here. And you know what's funny is I probably get KO'd by a Leaf Blade or a Stone Edge anyway. So even if I had gotten that off, I think he still had us. Bit of an awkward situation here. One sec. I missed what the lead scenario was. Okay, tough lead. We safe swap Charizard. They meet us with Auroras, which isn't like the worst counter swap in the world. Gonna go for Blast Burn here. Blast Burn was shielded. Nice shield by him. I'm debating whether I want to shield or not, and I get baited by Weather Ball. Brutal. And then I let this go, and dude, Meteor Beam. Oh, man. Everything going wrong here, but we're not going to give up just yet. Gonna go for the Stone Edge here, and hopefully just get rid of this Auroras. We knock it out. Trying to get out of there. It's Obstagoon, and I top left. One of those days. One of those days. Okay, Shiny Virizion. We safe swap. They meet us with Walrein. Once again, not the end of the world sort of swap here. Charizard has play here. Blast Burn lands, and I'm like, okay, I need to get Switch here at all costs. So, despite the rough few sets of GBL, we're still in it, right? We're still saying, okay, we had a tough lead, but we're not crying and calling Niantic and saying the algorithm's rigged against us. We are trying to fight through it. And I'm sorry, that was not like a shot against anybody specific. That was just a shot against mindset, okay? Dragon Claw coming through. Gonna try and force a shield, and we do so. And I'm pretty confident here I can shield and wing attack down before he gets to another one. So Charizard's looking to flip switch here. He switches into Auroras. I tried to get to a Blast Burn, realized I would lose CMP. So then I come in here with Golem, and now I'm in a pretty good situation. Meteor Beam doesn't quite KO. I'm able to win CMP here on the Stone Edge, which is perfect for me. Stone Edge, bang! One shots. He's going to get a nice little head start with Virizion, which is unfortunate. I didn't want to gamble, like, wasting the energy on Charizard. So yeah, I thought about coming in Charizard, but thought maybe, like, that move could be useful, so I decided to just come in Gira. It's, like, the safer play. And, yeah, pretty straightforward here, right? The Walrein is super low, so as long as, like, I don't think there's any way Walrein gets another move. We catch a Stone Edge on Charizard, on our low-health Charizard, just to try and seal things up. And Walrein top left, so on paper, we got kind of hard countered, right? But we were able to flip switch in the mid-game and get the win. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Pretty chill. And a way to start the new year. I had a lot of bad games in there, but some good games as well. And some nice plays. So just a bit of a casual, like, even if you lose some games, stick with it. Take some time off if you need to. And since that video, like 3 days later, I was able to gain like 170 elo. So you have your bad days, you have your good days, and you just try and minimize those bad days, maximize the good days, and have fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below. And all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.